Hi everyone, my name is Rachel. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And today, I know it's shitty quality. I'm doing this on my laptop at my boyfriend's house, which I know is not ideal for family at all, and I really don't want to be doing it like this, but I figured it's better this than nothing. I'd rather start now than later, when I finally get my own place and have my own beauty room the way I like it, with everything that I own, because obviously it's not my house. This is just some stuff that I've had to take with me back and forth between my house and his house, so whatever. Let's get started. And by the way, if you hear talking, I'm watching Netflix. Sorry, not sorry, but I want to watch Netflix. So, first thing I'm going to be using to prime my lovely face is the Nivea Men, which I know everyone is talking about how it's a holy grail, and I've had this has been my thing for like a million years now. But I like to shake it up and then just pour a bit on my hands, which for the record, do have another one. I do use it for after I shave. It's amazing. To me, I love the smell of it. Call it man smells, because it smells like men's cologne, and I freaking love it. So I got new brushes. Obviously, never took them out of the thing. I've only used 2 out of it, but I love them so far because since I have been here, I haven't been like bringing all my good stuff that I have at my house in my collection. So I've been trying to use like mini stuff. So I have been using this for my foundation, and I have beauty blenders here, but I swear to God, like, I don't understand. There's like no airflow in this house, and it will literally take them like a week to dry, and I'm not trying to waste how much money I spent on all those beauty blenders because they won't dry and get mold in them. Like, that's disgusting. I don't want that. So anyways, I got these new brushes. It was like a set, how many? 10 I want to say. It just came like these little nice little blue ones. So I thought they were going to be shorter because they were in the picture, so they're not. But like these long ones, or the bigger ones, they're not that long. Like, they're a lot shorter than these ones were, but whatever. They work. First day I used it, I was like, oh my god, yes, because recently, well, most recently, my last foundation that I had been using was from Sephora. It was this foundation by Sephora, the 10-Hour Wear Perfection in Clear Light, number 16. Absolutely love this. I really do. Funny story, when I first got it, this was stuck to this, so every time I took it off, it screwed off, and this came out, and I was like, oh my god, like, that's so crazy. I've never seen something like this where it's just an open bottle and like a stick, and I was like so confused. And then one day I screwed it on, and then this came off, and I was like, oh my god, it's a pump, thank god. But it was really stuck on there. So anyways, but I clearly am out of this. Like, you can see all the way through it. I have run it down to nothing, and I want to say this was like $30 something, which isn't a lot, especially like it's only 25 milliliters, but this lasts me a pretty decent amount of time. But the only Sephora around here is like a big trip to the mall, and I really don't feel like doing that, nor do I feel like spending money, even though I already spent a shit ton of money on makeup. So what I did, went to a closer store, and I thought I would try the Infallible Pro Matte Foundation, because I know everyone's been raving about it, and it's about to be summer here, and I was like, whatever, I'll try it. We'll see how it goes. So I originally got this one. It's in the color Natural Buff, which is 103, which I don't know if it's like older because my other one says it right here. It was way too dark when I got it. I've kind of tanned up a bit since then, but since this was way too dark, I got this, which is 101 in Classic Ivory, and I kind of have been mixing them together. You'll see my process on that. But yeah, so when I got these new brushes, like when I originally started using this, I bought it with this L'Oreal Magic Lumi. It's a primer. Yeah, it's a primer, but I had seen somewhere that you can like mix this in with your foundation and then it'll like do whatever. So I tried that, and I don't know if it was just the mix or just these with my old brush, which, like I said, it was this one, and I might have used it with the Beauty Blender a couple times. I absolutely hated this foundation, but since I've gotten this brush, it's just a flat head, nothing special. It's very soft. It has no brand name on it. I got it off from Mercari, and it came with like one of those brush eggs, which I have the Sigma mitt, the cleaning mitt, but it's at my house, and since I'm here, I need smaller versions of everything. So I figured might as well get the egg too while I'm here. That was my phone. But so, got my primer on. I usually don't use this for everything, and I have the color correcting like beauty blenders, but like I said, they take forever to dry, so I'm going to use my NYX color correcting palette with my finger, especially because I don't have nails on these 3 fingers, so the nails don't get in the way of just using my finger. But I'm going to try and use these. I haven't actually used this with the new foundation, I believe. And I usually don't do this for every day, but whatevs. Who cares? This TV is like really loud. And I'm missing so upset, but I don't care. I have work at 4, and it's 2:15, and I kind of really don't want to go. But I mean, who does? Nobody wants to go to work unless you're like really lucky and you are like in love with your job, which screw you, because not a lot of people get that. But not screw you, I guess that's like congratulations. You figured something out, you did something right, but not all of us are so lucky. Oh yeah, and while I'm doing this, before, my lips are dry as hell and it's annoying. And my boyfriend bought this. I usually do not like chapsticks because personally I don't think they do anything. But I'm going to put some of this on. That's so dry. Maybe I just hate it because then you can feel like all your dry spots. And when I get bored, I bite my lips. It's a really bad habit and I really need to stop doing it. But whatever. I guess we'll just get on with it. So I'm not going to put this in my foundation because I guess we just shouldn't do that. So I'm not going to do that. And then right here, it's not very, I mean it is purpley, and honestly, I usually can't get rid of it with just this, but we're going to try because this drives me crazy. It's like I don't have under eyes, like right now they look a little purpley, so I'll put some on, but it's mainly like right here, it's just so dark, and I honestly can like never really get rid of it. I'm going to mix a little bit of the yellow in with this peach just to kind of thicken it and brighten it up a bit. Next I'm going to do my foundation, and this is the light one, and I'll show you what I've been doing with it. You gotta be really careful. I don't know why this light one squirts out so much thicker than the darker color one does, but it does, and it's weird. And I'm trying, I don't want to put a thick amount on because I did that the other day, and it does not turn out very well. I'm just doing a really sloppy job, honestly, because this brush just blends it all together and I really don't even care anymore. It doesn't really matter. It's all gonna go in one spot.
I came for consults.
And you brought beverages?
I got this on loan from the morgue. Now I could use an expert opinion. Specifically yours.
Usually with foundation, like with the Sephora 10-hour Pro Wear, whatever, I would like pump it out on my fingers and then like dab it on my face, but I feel like this stuff like dries super fast, so I really don't want to do that because I feel like when I do that and then I mix it with my fingers to get it on, it starts drying and I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that.
It killed her.
You know the balls. I mean, I wait till she died to chop her up. I mean, to them, it was just famous to cut off her head.
We'll see. Okay, so now I'm going to take my brush, my nice little floofy brush, and I'm going to start just circular kind of patting motions, a mixture of the two.
You know,
And I always start with the light color because obviously I want the light color light where I want it. I don't want it to be dark where I want light you feel, because it'll mix. Some people don't do that. They like just like, I don't know. If you mix colors and you have different colors, why would you start with the dark and then mix it into the light? Like, I do not understand that at all. But whatever, I guess that's their own personal preference. And for the record, I have my nose pierced, so I won't just go over it, because I think every time I just go straight over it and get makeup on it, even though it's almost been a year since I've gotten it pierced, and that's the only time I have issues, it like bubbles up, I guess is a really good word to describe it. And bubbling on your face doesn't really sound that great, does it? Because it's not. It's not that great.
Well, what's on your mind, Lieutenant? I'd like to get done before Perry's trial.
yeah, about that trial, I've got some bad news. Perry recanted his confession this morning.
What are you talking about?
And currently,
We'll go over some details with him at
I am just using my computer screen, so maybe I should be using an actual mirror just so I can make sure that color-wise we're Gucci, which we don't look that bad.
Charges every time someone recanted his confession. Our jails would be empty.
Okay. Next thing I'm gonna do is, in keeping with all the small stuff, I have a sample of the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer in medium and deep, and it is a matte bronzer. I don't remember what kit I bought. I think I bought a kit of like a bunch of mini Too Faced stuff like this. Like, I know I got this. I want to say I got a highlighter and 2 blushes and a little brush with it and something else, some like Becca samples and stuff like that. I really don't remember. But I actually do like this. It does smell like chocolate, and I pretty much use it on the daily. It's not a very cool tone. It kind of looks like it on the screen, but it's a lot better than a lot of bronzers, and it's kind of easy to go hard on it, but it's kind of not. So I'm just using this e.l.f. brush. It's the little one, yet again, in keeping with the small stuff. Yeah. It looks overdid on the screen, but it's really not that bad. But anyways, you blend it out. But when I bronze, I go straight from the bottom of my ear and my hairline kind of down so it would meet my mouth, and then just buff it out. And it'll blend out eventually. It looks a lot better in real life than it looks on screen, because I'm not a big... I mean, I guess I kind of am, but I'm really not. Especially since I'm going to work, I can't really afford to be picky with this. And if you do get it a little thicker than you like it, I always just get my foundation brush and just go over it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Fix it up a little bit, honestly. It's not that big a deal.
Those sessions are complicated.
That's one thing about this bronzer that I like you can go really overboard. Like, if you dip it in and do this, obviously when you put it on you're gonna get a lot, but if you see, like, after you put it on, like, the end of this brush is white, so when you dip it in there, it's obviously gonna be brown, but every time I'm done putting it on, it's white again. Like, nothing stays on here, and it's amazing. I really like it for that. And usually I'll use this to contour my nose, but we got the new brushes. But since we got the new brushes and I'm going to contour my nose, I'm gonna put some concealer on first, because every time I contour it first and then put the line of concealer, I always blend it too thick. And I'm using the NYX HD Concealer in, what's the color it is? Oh, CW1. Super, super light. Usually, hold on. Usually I'll use this for under my eyebrows because I find that this, at least when I first got it, it doesn't want to blend for me. So, like, I always used it under here because obviously that's an area that I don't want to move once I set it. So it works well for that. And like I used to always try and put it under here, but like I said, it wouldn't blend and it wouldn't move. So I was like, well, it's not very helpful then. And sometimes, I'll do it today. Since it is so light, I'll kind of use it kind of as a highlighter. I'll just paint these because it is so light, even though that's like really distinct, and just kind of pat it with whatever brush I did my foundation with. And then it kind of looks highlighted, right? Yeah, looks better. But I am going to contour my nose because that's necessary. Contouring is important. So the brush I'm going to use for this, it's just a little, it's very soft still, but to me it's a very stiff sort of brush. Like it keeps its shape and I like it. But I'm just going to start drawing the line. And it works really well for drawing it. And these brushes, like, I don't know, they kind of hold the powder. But once you put it on and like you put it on your face, it's really easy to just blend it out. Like you don't have to worry about like wiping it clean or getting like making sure you get every spot of foundation off because it just comes off. And you can just easily just blend it in. But they kind of go on pretty blended. Like if I look this way, like yeah, you can kind of see it because I haven't blended it out yet, but they don't go on like a super, super straight line, which is kind of really nice. Well, it is really nice. It's not kind of really nice.
He's already at the jail. Overcrowding. Can you believe it? Next time we'll figure out what's
I'm not a pro at contouring my nose yet because I still haven't found a nose shape that I actually do enjoy on me. But I know that I don't like my nose, and I have to be careful when I blend this out because the one issue that I have with my nose, besides it being too wide, is I have these two, if I go like that, you can kind of see them, but I have these two bumps right here, just of straight up bone. So if I blend too much, like, I don't know, you can kind of see them. If I blend too much, they come out. So I always have to kind of dab, like re-dab it on there. Because that's the whole point of kind of me contouring is to cover that shit up. So nobody wants that. Did you feel? Did you feel? Okay, what should we do next? I guess next we'll do eyebrows. Well, I'll put on my Anastasia pomade. And then next, we're using a, oh god, that's faded, Anastasia Beverly Hills number 12 brush. I'm gonna do my Dip Brow pomade in the color Taupe, which, if you go extreme with this, yes, it's very easy to do. I have gone through a couple of these. This is my most recent one, and I've been trying to stay in one general area, but my last one I kept for a lot longer than I should because I just strictly didn't want to spend the money on a new one. And the consistency, oh my god, did it change. It was redonkulous. I got this new one and I was like, oh my god, the heavens are singing to me. Because it was bad. So then to finish my eyebrows off, typically I use the Anastasia Brow Powder Duo in Taupe again. What brush do I use? I use a Real Techniques brush. I think it's a brow brush. It's an angled brush like this. It's actually pretty thick and it is a pretty dense brush, but still pretty soft. So I'm going to take this light color, and I always put the light color on the front of my brows. Just kind of tap it and pull.
This is executor. It's a will.
Well, he can't be your biological father. Dad said he died before he came to live with us. He wouldn't make a mistake like that.
The body's awaiting cremation while they...
And then go in to this darker color.
Mexican, don't you fucking forget it.
Voila.
Official now.
There's that. Let's see, what should I do next? Oh, look at all this stuff hiding under here. Usually for eyeliner, I've been using a gel. Oh, my computer just turned off. A gel, and this Real Techniques, the silicone eyeliner brush, but I don't know, recently, honestly, I haven't been about either of these, so I thought I would get the Kat Von D tattoo liner because everyone just so loved it. I'm not a big fan. Honestly, I am like a pro at liquid liners, but for some reason I just got influenced by everyone else, and like no one else is using liquid liners, and I think with having stuff here as opposed to my house, I don't know, somehow, or maybe I ran out. I know I ran out and I can never remember which one I liked using, so I never got more, but so I'm gonna try and use this, but like I said, I don't really like it. It's not amazing to me. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of it. Well, the one reason I don't like it, I saw something on it that it's made out of like actual hairs, which I didn't even notice until they said that, because you can't really tell. It's not like I jammed this thing down to see all the hairs split out, but if like I have this and it dries and I want to go back over it, unless I like shake it out or like push it down to get more on the end, on the tip of the brush, it just pushes it around and then just makes like what I call bald spots. And then it just looks like so silly, and then I just get mad because then it's just all fricked up and I don't like it.
Still, that's good.
They always come out a little bit different. Like I say, for eyebrows, they're sisters, not twins. Like even right now, like that part was dry, and trying to go over it to fix it, it just really doesn't work, and I kind of just really freaking hate it. It's just frustrating. So one of the last things I do is highlighting, of course, and for this highlighter I am using the e.l.f. illuminating palette. I'm just going to mix these two top colors, this one's the pink one and then the white one, and just kind of put it on there. Not nothing of a too big a deal. Alright, put my little mirror back. Used. And then next one I'm going to do is highlighter. I got this at Target. It's a Sonia Kashuk highlighting stick. I'll say it had plastic all over the whole thing, so I couldn't open it when I was in the store, and I didn't really know what I was getting into. But this is number 43 Persian Sunset. I only use this on my nose now. Sometimes I'll do it on my cheeks if I want a little more extreme, which I'll probably do today since it's on camera. It's a love-hate product for me. If I put it on and don't blend it, it's fine. If I blend it it gets like sparkle, like explosion. Like it's not a lot, but I don't like sparkles. I'm not a sparkle person, so I can't do it. And if you look at the packaging, I guess maybe I should have expected that there would be sparkles because it's pretty shiny, but I didn't. And so I'm just going to put a little ball on my nose, on the tip of my nose, and then just one kind of clean swipe.
Son, I may be a small town doctor, but I know a heart attack when I see one.
And then I guess I'll just use this just a little bit, just kind of tap it on there just to get a little bit of something. It is a very, very, very pigmented thing, so if you like great highlights, like I usually do, but, you know, not just for every day. And then a little bit on my Cupid's bow. And then for the rest of the highlight, I'm going to use this e.l.f. I think it's a highlighting brush because I got it with my illuminating palette. And I'm going to use the Mary Luminizer. It's the gold one. So it looks like this. I thought it was going to be a lot lighter when I got it, but it's a pretty good one for just like everyday wear. Because unless you layer it with something like I am, it's pretty just like natural looking. Okay. And then second to last, we're gonna finally do my eye. Why can I not think of the word? Lashes, my eyelashes. I just recently picked this up too. Probably about the same time I got the majority of this stuff, but I had been using this Maybelline Mega Plush Volume Express, which I do really like this. This has been my go-to forever. I guess in my at-home state, I know how to work with it better. I have like a better mirror and a better setup and everything, but usually I can really build it up and make it look like I have falsies on. However, I had like 3 here, and I haven't been able to tell them apart about which one is dry and which one is not, so I've put a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? Shit, it's 3 o'clock. Eye drops. A lot of eye drops in there. Like for contacts or whatever, you know, the whole hack. So it's really wet, but now it's kind of chunky. But usually I'll put, I have the e.l.f. mineralized powder, whatever. I'll usually put that all over my face. Well, I used to. And then I would put that on my eyelashes, build them up, and then kind of put some more on and then build it up. And that would get them really, really, really long. That really worked. Well, I didn't want to get that again, and I wanted to get a good mascara that I didn't have to put so much effort into. So I tried this. And at the time, Ulta was having a sale that if you buy $35 of Too Faced product, which this is Too Faced, you would get a little free, I can't think of what it's called, but they're little like popular Too Faced eyeshadow primers, and I really wanted it, so I bought this one and the waterproof one at the same time so that I would spend over $35 and get the freebie. I didn't get it. So whatever, I guess they just said a big ol' fuck you to me, but what else? And these, it does work pretty well. I don't have 100% clean lashes right now, so it's not gonna work to its full potential with me, because all I did last night to take my makeup off was use a face wipe, and a crappy one at that. And the one that I have was a gift, and I didn't do my research to get a good one, and I'm almost out, so I know which one I'm going to get next. But if I use it on my eyes, it like makes them burn like crazy. So I've been not going crazy on the trying to get my mascara off because it just hurts so bad. Like literally to the point where like I cannot open my eyes for like 20 minutes. Like I feel like I'm gonna go blind. Like it sucks. And then usually to get pretty decent lashes, what I do, I'll cut my hand like this and then blow like this and just kind of blow on them to get them a little tacky, and then eventually I hold either my hand or something and I kind of curl them up and then continue to blow on them so they dry like that. Just so that they're a little bit longer. And you kind of can't see because this is such a shitty camera because I'm just using my laptop, but it does make a huge difference. So we're just going to do the other eye. Okay. So that's that. Since I want to do bottom lashes, bottom mascara, I'm going to take this brush that I used to do my highlighter and I'm going to grab one of the last like lighter shades that I used. I'm actually going to mix two of them and just rub them on my lash line just to give a little bit of something. Which I usually don't like to do this because I always get it in my eye.
Still, possibility's got to be weighing on you.
What possibility?
That Joe could actually be your dad.
The only way that's a possibility is if Harry was wrong. It's just not possible.
Just, you know, it's very subtle still, but it makes a difference. Ta-da! And like I said, usually I always get it in my eye, and I'm feeling something in my eye. Ow. If I poke myself in the eye, that helps, doesn't it? Oh my god. Whatever. I guess I'll just go blind. And I'm just gonna finish up and just put some mascara on my lower lashes. Ta-da! Very thick, very whatever. So the last thing I'm gonna do before I set my face is I'm gonna do my lips. I really don't have much lip stuff here. I went and got this from my house the other day. It is the e.l.f. Matte Lip Color in the color Natural. I accidentally bought two of these, which is why I was okay with bringing one over here. And I haven't used it in a while.
So don't expire first.
I have missed it though, to be honest.
I have tunas already.
You love me a little Mercury.
And I did just have a teeny tiny bit of this chapstick on there, which definitely helps when you put matte lipstick on, because it's still pretty matte. Like, I don't put it on right before I put the matte lipstick on because it's like, what's the point? Like, you just undid everything you did. I don't understand why people do that, but yeah, whatever, it's their own preference, I guess. Alright, and then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Urban All-Nighter Makeup Setting Spray, which can someone tell me why there's two lids on it? Like, what the heck? Why is one not good enough? I don't know. I don't understand. But this is a step.
So the DNA came back maybe?
This has got some in my eyeballs. It's really lovely.
Joe Driscoll was your bio dad.
Okay, and that's the last step. That is my typical everyday going to work makeup look that I do. I'm just gonna put my earrings on and then I will be good to go. So thanks for watching. I'm sorry it's such crappy camera quality and I know it's not a good background and you've had side noise and whatever, not great lighting. I know, I apologize. I'm going to do whatever I can as soon as I can because I don't like it any more than you will. And soon, hopefully, I will be doing some videos, collaborative videos with my good friend Bianca, one of my oldest friends who I've known since 3rd or 4th grade, but she is currently in Dublin right now, experiencing the world, and she'll be back in like 2 weeks, I want to say. I forget what the dates are, but she'll be back soon, and hopefully next time you see me, you'll see me with her. So, hope you guys liked it. Ignore my food stash over here, my nightly food. Like, comment, subscribe. I am willing to do anything that you guys want to see. Well, not anything, but comment on video ideas that you guys want to see, and I'll be happy to do it. Bye!